All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Bike to Campus Week, day 3. This is What to Wear Wednesday. My name is Nick Goodfellow. I'm a sustainability coordinator at the University of Pittsburgh. Bike to Campus Week is a collaborative effort between the University of Pittsburgh, Carnegie Mellon, and Bike Pittsburgh to welcome all new riders and returning riders to Pittsburgh campuses. This year, we've turned the event into a virtual festival with more than a dozen sessions to cover all the essentials to starting a bike commute. So we're here on Zoom. We're also live streaming on Bike Pittsburgh's and the Bike Cave's Facebook. The videos from these sessions will be available to watch on Bike Pittsburgh YouTube page starting next week. If you'd like to ask a question, please write it in the chat. We have folks moderating and monitoring the Zoom and Facebook comments for your questions. We want to make this interactive, so ask any questions you have. So today we're joined by a very special guest at Chatham, Carrie Tippen. Carrie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Carrie Tippen. I'm an English professor at Chatham. I've been commuting by bike for about 5 years. I did not ride a bike before I moved to Pittsburgh, and I took one of Bike Pittsburgh's Confident City cycling classes on kind of my first week while I lived here, and I've been biking ever since. So I have a great love for Bike Pittsburgh. I love to volunteer with Bike Pittsburgh, and I'm really excited about helping especially our college students and faculty be bike commuters. So I'm really glad to be talking to you about my favorite thing, what to wear. So one of the greatest things about biking to campus for like as a student or as a faculty is that, like, unlike other jobs, you have access to showers, right? You have the fitness center. So in kind of pre-COVID era, I was a major supporter of the fitness center shower. So I had a locker in the gym. I kept a big bag of toiletries in there. And I would get full on pretty for work. I would shower and wash my hair, a lot of blow drying. I had a flat iron. I was like going all out. But kind of in the COVID era, you know, our gyms are there's like a lower a number of people who can be there, and it can kind of get crowded. And so I've sort of absented myself from the campus shower. And I'm gonna assume that maybe that's where you are too, right? That maybe you're not using that sort of shower facility. So I wanted to start, I brought my bike into my office to kind of show you my setup and to talk about what I actually wore. So I did not wear this outfit to bicycle in. I just wanted to say that out loud, though I think I could have biked in a version of it. So what I actually wore, let's kind of start from the bottom. I actually wore like running sneakers, but I often will bike in Tiva sandals or like Chacos, that kind of sandal, and I think that has kind of a wear all day vibe, or the kind of casual sneaker that I could kind of wear all day, maybe dress up a little bit. So I did do my active shoes, but I don't always wear those. When I'm biking, I believe in high visibility. So, and again, this is not something I would wear in real life. I only wear this sweater when biking, but it's my favorite one, and I had to get it out of storage today. It's kind of our first cool day. So I usually have a high visibility outer layer. I have a raincoat that's kind of in this color, and I have just a light vest that's also this high visibility yellow. And so I would wear those over any outfit that I had, just to kind of have that visible outer layer. And then I also like to bike in like yoga pants. So that's sort of the outfit I normally wear. But I also like to have my underest layer, my kind of closest to my body layer, be something that's really moisture wicking and breathable. So kind of Under Armour type fabric, something stretchy, something to kind of keep things dry and moisture wicked. So that's what I wore today to bike. So if I'm gonna wear that, and I'm not gonna wear it in real life, then I need to carry my other stuff with me. So I have on my bike a rack here on the back, and a bag that we call a pannier. So it's waterproof on the outside. It's bigger than you imagine, so it's kind of like torso sized. It gets big, it can hold a lot of stuff. So stuff that I always have in there, I always have bike tubes and tire levers in case I get a flat. But I also always have like a towel. So we got these nice cooling towels for Pedal Pittsburgh. And they're really nice for like sweat wiping. So I always have those. I always have like baby wipes for wiping off when I get where I'm going. I usually have a dry shampoo, which I'll talk about later when we get to hair care section. I keep a raincoat in the bottom of there. So I can carry all of that, plus the outfit I'm gonna wear, plus my laptop, and usually some snacks in this bag, and it's all fine, right? I think sometimes people worry that a pannier, if you put a heavy something on one side of a bike, you might think it would make you unbalanced, but that's really not the case. You sort of get used to it and it's fine. I don't prefer to ride with a backpack because of back sweat, but a backpack would also be a fine way to carry things. So that's kind of like my carrying situation. So when I'm trying to decide what to wear for commuting, I have kind of two questions in mind. One is, what can I wear all day? And then the other is like, what has to be changed, right? So what can I wear all day? For me, I have figured out that I'm sort of an upper body sweater. So my hair will get really wet, my neck and chest get really wet, my back gets really sweaty. So I can wear my pants all day, no problem. So that's kind of the layer that I would consider sort of like my permanent layer. So a pant that's kind of stretchy, so things that have an elastic waistband I like this pair of pants has an elastic waistband. I sometimes will wear a yoga pant with like a tunic top or a long sweater, or I'll wear, they look like dress pants, but they're super, super stretchy. And so those are a favorite. So the pants and the socks and shoes, I can typically wear all day and not feel weird. But my top layer, generally, I bring a fresh shirt, I bring a fresh undershirt, or whatever underwear I'm wearing under here, because those are kind of the things that get the sweatiest. So sometimes, if I don't want to carry a fresh shirt, what I'll just be sure is that my layer closest to my body can be taken off. So I might wear, this sweat wicking shirt underneath, and then my nicer shirt over it. And when I get to campus, take this off, and then kind of still have my nice fresh shirt on the outside. So it's kind of the calculus that I'm doing, is what has to be gone, and what can I wear all day. The other thing that I think about a lot is hair and hair care, and Anna complimented the coif before everybody came on, so thank you for that. Like I said, I used to shampoo the whole thing, start fresh, a little bit vain about my hair in general. But so the things that I do for my hair, first, I come in and I have my little towel, and so I do a very vigorous towel drying. I think that's important. But I'm also a big believer in the dry shampoo. So I'll kind of get close so you can see like my actual product. But I really love this one. It dries off the oil that you can kind of get from being sweaty. It adds a little volume as well, so that your helmet can kind of press things down. So I'm a big fan of the dry shampoo. It can add a little good smell also if you're nervous about smelly hair. So smell, volume, dry, all those things at the same time. And as far as like cleaning off my body, the diaper wipes is really where it's at. They're cheap, they're easy to carry. I use 3 or 4 of them. It takes a little bit. So those are kind of the products that I use for cleaning up. I also really like a facial mist. And maybe I'll get close with my facial mist. Anyway, so facial mist, just like you spray it on your face and it just feels like fresher. It's like a refresher. So not a big heavy product to keep around, but it's a good one. And of course, deodorant. I keep extra deodorant around for sure. So as far as hot tips go for commuting and kind of changing clothes when you commute, first of all, I would think about where can you keep spares? So I'm lucky, I have this beautiful office. I have a hanging rack space over here. So I have a full extra outfit in case I forget it or spill my lunch inside my bag, which I'm afraid of all the time. I have big drawers in my desk for extra deodorant, toothpaste, bobby pins, spare lipsticks. I've kind of got something extra in all of those spaces. So maybe you have a commuter lounge on campus where you could rent a locker. Maybe you have a good friend who lives on campus whose room you can store things in. I don't know, but just sort of think about where could you keep some stuff for that contingency plan. My second hot tip is the A-team products. So one of the things that I discovered early on in bike commuting is that when I kept in my toiletry bag all of the like broken palettes or the old mascara or the like hair product I didn't really care very much about, or the samples that I'd never tried before, I didn't feel like it was my first plan, right? I kind of felt like biking to campus was like an accident or a backup plan. And I would walk around in stuff I didn't like. And that's not cool, right? So my advice is, whatever products you use that you really like, have one that's just for biking, right? So when I find a mascara I like, I keep a tube at home and I keep a tube in this bag. When I find a perfume that I like, I keep one in the bag. So luckily with those subscription services like Ipsy and Birchbox, which I subscribe to, the sample sizes can also still be hero products, right? They can still be great things that you really like to wear. So, and that kind of goes for clothes and, maybe you're not a makeup wearer or a dry shampoo needer, but think about, again, like you want to wear the clothes that make you feel good. You want to use the products that make you feel good. So don't use this as an excuse to like use up your broken stuff, I guess is my thing. My third hot tip is to think about your baseline minimum. What do you need, absolutely need, to feel clean and cool? And I bet you it's lower than you thought. And I think the COVID era has absolutely made me drop my baseline pretty far down, right? So it used to be that I had to totally shower. Now, like, I could totally wipe off fresh deodorant, fresh shirt, and I'm fine, right? Or like I thought I needed all the makeups, but I definitely don't need eyeliner. I do, however, need my brow pencil, right? So what is it that I actually have to have and what can kind of go away? So for me, I don't really wear jewelry and accessories as much anymore because they're just an extra thing I have to think about. So I've kind of let that go. I've made my uniform a little bit more like a color palette that I can just walk into my closet and pull anything out and it works and it works together. So I don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about that. I also keep my closet pretty tight with just the things I can actually wear and will actually wear so that I'm not spending a lot of time or like bringing the pants that don't fit anymore. That would be the worst. It's like, what if I came to campus with pants that were too small and I had to wear them all day? That would suck. So I try to keep my closet nice and tight so that I can kind of get in and get out. And my last hot tip, and then we can have plenty of time for questions and stuff, is just to budget the time. If you think about how much time you need to feel okay being in public and budget that time in. So for me, it's a solid 30 to 45 minutes of getting my temperature down and getting my hair dry. I need that time. So I try to budget it in wherever I go. But maybe your time is less. Maybe you really could bring your bike to the front of your campus building, pop into class within 3 to 5 minutes and feel cool and confident. I'm not that person. So I needed a little bit more time. So those are my hot tips. I totally welcome your questions. I hope you'll bring me some. Let's talk about weather. Let's talk about other kinds of contingencies. Hit me with it. Go.
Awesome. Thanks, Carrie. So one question is, how long does it take you to hone in your wardrobe for bike commuting?
Oh yeah. Which part? The like what I actually wear or the getting dressed afterward? Or both? I'll answer both.
I think both, yeah.
I think, for me, the what to wear while biking was a little bit easier because I was going to a yoga class after work. So I would just wear what I was going to wear to yoga. And so I kind of had that outfit already in mind, that sort of thing. But I have been trying to add in a little bit more like casual wear rather than athletic wear. So it did take a couple of times of wearing a pair of jeans that was like too tight or not stretchy enough to find out like which of my jeans are stretchy enough to be ridden in. And like I did for a little while wear the kind of skater dress, you know, the dress that has like a higher waist and not quite an A-line skirt, but a little wider skirt, and found out that I didn't really like that. So I would say, I don't know, one season, a full season of trying it out before I really kind of honed in on it. Good question.
Can you show the dry shampoo again?
Yes, I can. I loved it so much. So it's
Is doing
Not Your
certain-
Mother's Clean Freak Unscented Dry Shampoo. No affiliate links. I get no benefit from promoting this product, but I do love it. Cool.
Well,
What
thank
else?
you. Okay. So questions about weather
Yes.
and rain. You know, it's a rainy city. How do you deal with the rain?
Yes. So I do a lot. I watch the weather. My weather app is my best friend. I grew up in Tornado Alley, so I'm very much a radar watcher anyway. So I do try to like know what the weather is doing. Luckily, you know, again, my pannier is weatherproof and waterproof. So I almost never plan in sort of the rainy season to wear what I am biking in, right? So my raincoat I love, and it's kind of a nice outer layer. I do have a pair of rain pants that I could put over a pair of pants, and that would be helpful. But I think the waterproof bag is really where it's at. Cool.
Cool. So do you end up needing more bag room in winter because you're carrying more layers?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so here's another place where the spares and the storage make sense. So I sweat through my coat that I bike in. So I have like a public coat that I keep in my office that I wear in between classes. So I do not wear my bicycle coat in the regular day. I have a great pair of like overshoes that I really love, like a neoprene sleeve to put over my shoes. So yeah, probably, but I do, like I said, I keep some of the layers that I can keep on campus. I try to keep on campus, like so I don't carry that extra coat. But that's a good one. Yeah, the winter shoes are bigger.
How do you modify your like actual exertion on your ride if you know you're riding to work versus riding, you know, for
Ooh.
fun? Like do you not go as hard while, you know, taking a hill or what? How do you judge that?
Absolutely. So to get to from my house to Chatham, I could go up Forbes Avenue between Braddock and Dallas, but it's like a hill like this, and it's really hard. And so I don't go that way because I know I'm going to get even extra sweatier if I go that way. So I kind of go through Frick Park and through Point Breeze and kind of wind my way up to campus. So I know I'm going to get sweaty, but you're right. On my bike commute, I do not sweat as much on purpose. Certainly compared to like my weekend ride where I like go ham everywhere I go, right? Biking as hard as I can. That's a good question. Smart.
Okay, this one is from Facebook. What about eye protection in the rain? And the other part of the question is good because I'm struggling with this. Your sunglasses fogging up. I'm dealing with, you know, part of my commute these days is my mask,
Yes.
and I always struggle with the fog, especially it stops. Usually while I'm riding, like things are going by fast enough that I don't fog up. But I'm curious, how do you deal with eye protection in the rain and fogging on your sunglasses?
Yes, I do not have good eye protection in the rain answers. I do have, you know, I'm a big sunglasses wearer, so I have my sunglasses, and I do my gaiter for my mask while biking. And those are like real problems. And I think you're right, the fogging does happen at the stop. So if I have like a stop light, I go ahead and take them off. And then maybe like hang them on my shirt, get started, then put them back on. That has been part of my routine. In the rain, sometimes I just have to give up on the eye protection and I just take them off in the rain. But there are products that do like you can do a wipe on them that kind of make the rain kind of peel off a little bit easier. I've not tried that, but I think that's probably my next step. So a perennial problem, how to wear sunglasses in the rain.
A comment from Karen is that you can coat the inside of glasses with Rain-X for
Yes.
windshields. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that, Karen.
Cool.
Cool.
So the tighter, Anna says, the tighter the seal between your mask or neck gaiter, the less the fog on your glasses. I hear that. I have two masks, one that doesn't have like one of these sort of nose bridge
Yeah.
metal pieces. The other one has a metal piece, and it's so much nicer when biking and to manage fog on glasses.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Well, I was thinking I would share a little bit of what my essentials. I think you hit like everything. And the biggest lesson for me biking to work was that cool down times. Like don't assume you can just run from your bike to a meeting and just because you've been off your bike 3 minutes that you'll be fine. Definitely the cool down, the time to stop sweating, the time to wipe down is so essential. And then yesterday I was biking to campus and I forgot my gloves. Which made my commute a little cold on my hands. And I'll give a shout out to gloves. They're great. They've been mentioned a few times, but you got to be careful with the gloves because I got like knitted ones at first, and the wind just like went right through them. It was like I was wearing nothing. That was terrible. And then to keep my ears warm in the winter, I don't even know what this is, but one of these things that goes over your ears, ear covers.
I have mine too.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Cool.
And then, yeah, you can also use a bandana for that if you don't have an ear cover. I have some bandanas that I use. Do we have any other questions? Oh, do you all use rain pants? Yeah, I don't have rain pants, but you said you do.
I do, and they're like a really thin layer, so they don't add a lot of heat, which is nice, and they pop them real nice over yoga pants for sure.
Have you ever thought about getting like a poncho?
No. Too much flappy flap.
Okay, Karen says she really wants to get a rain skirt.
A rain skirt. Okay. I also have fenders on my bike. I have front and back fenders that kind of keep some of the street water from getting on me, which is nice.
That's so essential. Last thing you want to do is have all that street water coating your back as you show up to work.
It's the face that bothers me. Street water on my face makes me nervous.
Yeah. Okay, question from Anna. How necessary is it to buy bike-specific clothes? Or what can you use that you might already have?
0% necessary is my answer. I do like a bike short with the sort of the pad on the bum, but I really only wear those in bike rides over 20 miles or so. So that's really the only bike specific gear I have. Maybe some of the bike specific weather gear might be nice because it is sort of created for that. But everything else, this is a shirt for fishing. I don't know if you can see the design on the back, but I got it for $1 on like a super sale at a sporting goods store. Same with like my sort of my high vis sweater. I got one at Walgreens one day because it was so much colder at the end of the day than it was at the beginning. And that neon yellow Walgreens sweatshirt is one of my favorite pieces of clothes. So absolutely not. I don't have a bike specific helmet, and I have maybe the shoe covers are a bike thing. My raincoat might be a bike product, but any raincoat would do. Mostly the bike products tend to be the brightest, and that's kind of why I gravitate towards them. More color than function.
Cool, so I'll put another call out for questions. In the meantime, encourage folks to join us at 2 o'clock this afternoon for a more for an in-depth dive into accessories for your bikes. We mentioned fenders, we mentioned panniers. We're going to talk about all of those things. Tomorrow we've got sessions about the different campuses. So 2 o'clock we've got a session about Pitt's campus, and then 3 o'clock on Carnegie Mellon's. Friday we've got sessions about accessing the trail, group rides, and planning a route. Okay, one more question from Facebook regarding bike shorts.
Yeah.
I guess it's a recommendation. Look on Poshmark or Mercari. People take up and abandon biking often. I've never paid more than $25 for mine. That's a great tip.
That's great advice. That's great advice.
Cool. All right, well, thank you.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Carrie. We really appreciate you joining us. Have a safe commute, and I'll look out for your neon jacket next time I'm on the road.
Yeah, you'll see me.
All right, have a good one, everyone.
Bye.